Hey going everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at a McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II, of course, from Hobbymaster in 1/72nd scale die-cast. Now our particular Phantom here is from Germany's Luftwaffe's JG-71, as you can see right there, Richthofen, in a livery celebrating the Squadron's 40th anniversary. Now, if you don't like the colour red, you probably won't enjoy this spooky at all. Now, the Phantom has been painted in a bright red livery to honour the Red Baron, the Squadron's namesake, and it also has a nice touch on the nose as well with the tulip pattern to honour Luftwaffe ace, as you can see that little tulip pattern there, to honour the Luftwaffe ace Erich Hartmann. It's going to be a love-hate scheme for some, I think. Now, let's all grab a pair of sunglasses and open this box and check out this really bright red Phantom. Alright, so the model does come with the instructions. Weirdly enough, this one has instructions, but it's instructions for virtually all the weapons, which this aircraft doesn't have. Although it does have the standard sort of instructions on how to put that together. But if you didn't have instructions, you do get some, and it does have the normal Phantom stand, which is one of these, nice and completed. That's all plastic as per usual. And how about we get our hands on this really red Phantom. And as you can see, it's got a couple of little generic pilot figures. They're a pretty generic pilot for a lot of the similar aircraft and stuff like that. And it has all the usual options for your landing gear. And let's see if we can pop this one out. Oh, come on. Jeez, it doesn't want to... Here we go. Oh yeah, sometimes that can be hard work. But it is worth it. If you've got your sunnies on, you'll probably see this really well. It is a very, very bright and in your face. Let's put it in your face even more, and we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see some of those details. It's the usual beautiful panel lines that Hobbymaster do put on their aircraft. It's got some nice markings. It's 20, what was it? Hang on. It said 40 years, it's 25 years of the Phantom F, so... that is completely different to the actual livery that this is depicting for the Squadron's 40th anniversary. Does look fantastic though. The usual great detail inside. There's that beautiful tulip markings on there. Wow, that looks cool. Big Richthofen. Big R. The Squadron insignia looks absolutely great. And there's the 40 year of JBG-35 71. This looks... I don't mind it, but I do like my German aircraft. But this does look very... It is very bright. We'll turn it over and have a little... Oh, that looks awesome. It's got the big Richthofen emblem on the underneath. That looks great. But what you'll notice is that all the areas where you used to be able to put pylons on, you cannot, because they have been blocked off. So the only way you can actually, if you do want to fit some ordnance to these, is to dig those out. I don't know what kind of material they use or how easy that is to do, but it would ruin your model if you do dig those out. But it's got the little plugs in there for covering the stand holes, of course. It does look very nice, but it's not complete, is it? All right, let's quickly whack some in-flight options on this, and we'll come right back. All right, here we are in flight. It's just the 3 gear bay doors, as usual. The nose wheel one, so tight to put on. It is really hard. The main gear ones actually are the worst I've ever experienced with a Hobbymaster Phantom. They do not push down any further. They bulge out, they stick out. It looks terrible. That is unfortunate. Well, I'll zoom in a little bit for you so you can see look how far it sticks out. And I'm pushing freaking hard and it's not going down any further. So this is straight out of the box. Look at that big gap there. Same on that side. There's a big gap right there, as you can see. That is a little bit unfortunate for you in-flight people. And, of course, you take your little plugs out. I'll zoom out so it's not so in your face again. Don't lose those plugs because I'm pretty sure they're pretty unique to this particular aircraft. So, but this is in-flight. So, look, I like it. It does look fantastic. But, yeah, you in-flight guys are going to be a little bit disappointed with the doors. They are atrocious on this particular model. But the rest of the model, the details on it, fantastic. Yep, very, very happy. Of course, put it on your stand, the usual deal. Bang, bang. Of course, it does touch the paint. So if you're worried about that, as I say, chuck a little bit of felt on there or whatever to sort of protect the edges. And that is your German Phantom setup for in-flight. And I reckon it does look pretty cool. And of course, these are your little pilot figures. If you feel like using them, they are the generic ones. They are pretty much the same with a lot of the Hobbymaster aircraft. All right, what we'll do, though, is we'll set this up, gear down, and we'll come right back. All right, here we have it set up, gear down. The usual deal. The nose wheel is quite hard to slot into its position. The same with the little gear bay doors. They don't like to stay in their position a lot. I don't know whether maybe the mold's getting tired, but this doesn't seem to be up to as high a quality as the normal Phantoms. The centerline gap there is also plugged up too, so you can't put a centerline tank, but they haven't blocked up the little slits where you can put your little Sparrow missiles if you wanted to, but it's pretty pointless on this. This is more of a celebration aircraft. The canopy, the piece that you put for the open position, it wouldn't go all the way down on one side. So that's what's starting to make me think maybe, I don't know, if things are starting to wear out, because they do pump out a lot of different liveries, and I reckon that mold's been around for a while, but I do think it presents well. Probably a little bit of fiddling around will make things fit a little bit better and more reliably, but I'm doing these straight out of the box, so we'll chuck it on the scales. See how much this newer Phantom weighs. All right, now we have 323 grams, which is not too bad. It's a fairly solid model. I'm always pretty happy with my Phantoms, but as I did say, I've noticed a little bit below par than their normal offerings that you get from Hobbymaster. Their Phantoms are usually really nice. But I have had a couple of little issues, as you've seen, if you've watched up to this point, of course. All right, I will wind up the video so we can put away our sunglasses. I'll take the photos, of course, throw them on at the end if you really want to check out this close up. And I do think, look, it's worth getting if you're into your Luftwaffe aircraft, especially, and if you're into your Phantoms and you want all your Phantoms. And it's damn easy to set up because there's no ordnance or anything that you need to put on. It's just the landing gear options. All right, once again, thank you very much for dropping past. And of course, always feel free to drop a comment down below of what you think about what you've seen today. If the video was helpful in any sort of way, some of these my way would be awesome. And always feel free, if you have yet to subscribe, feel free to do that as well. I will finish as usual by saying thank you, the viewer, very much for dropping past to check out another video. I hope you enjoyed this really red F4 Phantom today from Hobbymaster. All right, everyone, thank you for watching, and you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers.